Here we go!
We're feeling very gay because it's almost time to play. Grab your favorite chair with the Lucky Pierres. Yeah!
All right, guys, welcome to the Lucky Pierre's movie reviews. First movie we're reviewing, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. All right, here we are. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Our first movie reviews for the Lucky Pierres. All right, guys. What'd you think, guys? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What'd you like? What you didn't like? Let me hear some thoughts.
Well, it was pretty good, but it seemed like they went more of a thriller route than horror. It was more based in reality, which was cool. They went a different route, but I like the first one and second one better.
Yeah, they were more pure horror,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
I was not a big fan.
Why is that?
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I'm not as big a fan as the other Conjurings as you guys either.
Like,
But-
would you rate them, if you don't mind me asking? Would you rate them?
Do,
Like,
well,
out of 10. Did you rate out of
10.
5? Or you
yeah,
rate
usually do out of 5.
Yeah, well, just double it.
I don't remember what I rated
Just
the other
double it.
ones, but I can tell you what I rated this one.
No, we'll wait till the end. We'll wait till the end.
I expected it to be like more of a horror movie, which it wasn't, and at points it almost seemed like it was just a love story about the Warrens,
Yeah.
which was, I mean, it's what they changed it up. They definitely changed it up, but it was not what I expected, I guess.
That was a bit of a touching, though, the ending, you know what I mean? Like under the, what was it, the gazebo?
Yeah, the gazebo he made the gazebo that they like kissed under in,
That was
in
a
high
bit,
school.
that was a bit sentimental touching.
Yeah, it's a tad much, I feel.
For a Conjuring
you try
film.
to reach deep with a Conjuring movie,
You try to, like, touch the heartstrings.
which the tagline for every single Conjuring movie is like, "This is the scariest case the Warrens ever encountered."
All right.
But he's a demonologist and she's a psychic. Every case is going to be a dark case?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Here's some beefs I had with it. Like, I thought it was more, like, aggressive than the first first couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, it went more for jump scares, like, just aggressive. Didn't really, the build-up wasn't there. It just, right there, right in your face.
I don't remember any like serious jump scares that I was like.
Yeah, I was expecting more jump scares.
No, there were, the waterbed one.
I mean, there were a couple, but
Yeah, but that was so expected. It was like.
Yeah, you definitely knew exactly when they were coming. Like, there were no, "Oh my god, I can't believe there was a jump scare there."
Yeah, but, like, I'm saying they went the extra step this time around, like, in aggression wise. Like, they didn't have to do that. Like, the first two movies, they were, like, kind of slow building. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
This one was more in your face, like, reaction, just trying to get a reaction. Like, for the waterbed scene, for instance, I think they could have stopped after, like, you see the dude's face and he, like, backs off the bed, but the freaking hand coming through, I thought that was a bit much. Like,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of those scenes in this movie. The fat dude was, in the autopsy. What's that
They
place
could have
called?
cut out.
The
Yo,
mortuary?
that was honestly my favorite part of the movie. Was the giant dead man who
Yeah,
looked like an '80s wrestler.
That did
Yeah, that was
look cool. That did look cool, but it didn't add much to the plot. You know.
Yeah, it's probably time to close up like the Warren movies, the Conjuring movies.
Yeah.
Close them out. Start something new.
Also,
However,
I'm sorry. I want to say one more thing.
ahead.
The dialogue in this movie was a bit rough. It was a bit on the nose at a lot of times.
the casting was horrendous, in my opinion.
You think so?
Well, for almost every Conjuring movie, because at the end they show you the Warrens, and then they show you the actors and actresses, and then what was the kid's name who was the killer?
Yeah. His name was what was his name? Is Arnie.
Arnie. When they showed the picture of the real Arnie, he looked like a fucking serial killer.
He did look a lot
The
like
actor that played him,
like a model.
yeah, straight up like great American youth.
Yeah. Like straight from L.A., you know,
And then
raised rich, you know.
like Vera Farmiga though,
She's great.
she's hot. She's about almost 50 years old,
I love her.
still looking great.
One of my favorite actresses. I love her.
Yeah, she's great in
I
everything.
wouldn't say that. She's not one of my favorite actresses, but she's good, and she's looking good for a 50-year-old woman.
I work with a girl who looks. I told her this. You look exactly like Vera Farmiga, and she looked her up and she's like, "Wow, I kind of do." But yeah. What else do you guys think? What?
I'll be honest. At one point I was not sure if I dozed off or not, and then I realized that I did not feel like I missed anything, even if I had dozed off.
Yeah. Yeah, you knew where it was going, yeah.
Which usually, if you doze off in a movie, you wake up and you're like, "Oh wow, I'm missing something."
Yeah. This one
Definitely did not feel like I
Yeah.
was missing anything.
Yep. And they also tried some of the jump scares. They tried to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, intensify with the music. It wasn't like it was kind of like a cheap jump scare, you know, like
That's
the one where he's looking in that hole in the wall and you wait for something and then he turns around and it's the dude behind him and all they did was like we've seen that 1,000 times and
Yeah.
they just put the music. Dun, dun, dun.
Conjuring movies are usually better than that.
They are.
Yeah.
You expect more.
Right.
Yeah. Like I don't think this was James Wan. Was this James Wan?
No,
I don't think so,
he
no.
was
Yeah.
out.
No. So yeah. I mean, it was just
But
less.
I do have a hot take that you might not be expected out of me. Her outfits, Vera Farmiga's outfits,
Yeah.
on point.
They were on
She
point.
had great outfits.
I
the whole
agree.
movie.
Dresses, great stuff.
I don't even
Which
know what
I-
to say about that.
I literally said in the theater, she had some great outfits. Homeboy, not dressing great.
Yeah, Patrick Wilson.
She was on
Just
point.
surpassed movie ratings to
Lot-
grading outfits.
Lots of frills. Lots of frills going on in the collars. There's lots going
Name of
on.
this episode: Lots of frills.
She's running through the woods looking fresh.
Yikes.
Shaw was paying 100% attention to the wardrobes.
Just Vera.
Just her.
Yeah, just Vera's wardrobe. But what else you guys think?
John Noble, who played the retired priest, definitely came off as a rapist and or cannibal every time he was on screen.
Which priest?
The retired one where they visited his house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He definitely looked like he had just or was about to eat
That
a
dude
person.
always looks shady. and
He
every now and
does.
then.
He does. Yeah, we've seen him in a bunch of stuff, and he's always a shady dude. Yeah. But you could tell when they first walked up to that guy, he's like, that guy does not look good, you know?
I'm pretty sure he also made the...
I'd probably do that in real life with that guy though. You don't. You look like shady.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he made the noise.
Oh, 100%.
No, but you know what? I feel like this movie had a just different feel than the first two. Like, this one was just...
A different director.
Yeah, but what was
Which-
the first
which
two
made it
was
poor.
Juan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm saying it was just a cheaper feel. It felt cheaper.
Which I think is because it didn't have him.
Cinematography wise felt cheaper. The scares felt cheaper. The plot
It
felt
shows you how
cheaper.
much a director can affect.
Yeah, everything felt what's the word? Like it wasn't earned. Like a lot of the scares, they weren't earned. It was just like
It's just like any
forced.
other Halloween horror movie that comes out. They just force out. It just did the same stuff.
Well, yeah, there's not
Yeah,
very many
It's
movies.
just a cash grab.
Yeah.
There's not
This
very
felt-
many new movies coming out, so they feel like they can get away with it, kind of.
This felt like a cash grab. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm going to be honest, just about every movie in the Conjuring universe has felt like a cash grab to me.
After the
I
First of all,
disagree. I
in
like
what-
the first two. I really
in
like
this
the first.
movie-
They're good. I have the first two on
For
Blu-ray.
example, in this movie, how strong did they hit, like, they mentioned Annabelle by name multiple times.
Once or twice.
Then when they go in the stupid collection room, which first of all, burn that fucking room.
Yeah,
Why are you
did they
keeping all
keep
of
it?
these things?
I
They
understand.
didn't even explain that.
And
They
then-
asked them too, like, why don't you just burn it?
Yeah.
It's just safer to keep
Yeah.
in here.
Then
No,
they-
it's safer to burn them. You.
Like, how long of a scene, like in the end, did they zoom in on the picture of the nun from the last movie?
Yeah, you did see it. I
They
did
just,
see it. Yeah.
Like, just focused on that stupid painting.
Yep.
I mean, I like what they tried to do, go a different route with the Satanist and curses, but it just didn't. It missed. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't get it.
You guys didn't, but I watched. There was a made-for-TV movie in 1983 called The Demon Murder Case, which was a movie made on the exact same true story as this movie. Like, it includes the Warrens, and it's the same story, but it stuck more to the real story without the whole side tale of the Satanist causing curses, and so that made me like the Conjuring movie even less. Because the plot and pacing of this made-for-TV movie was much better, in my opinion, and it has Kevin Bacon in it.
What year was that?
1983.
Wow.
Kevin Bacon is in it.
What's it called?
The Demon Murder Case.
Real, yeah. Clever title. Real on the nose. Yeah.
And the casting, in my opinion, is much better because not everybody in the movie looks like a model or 50 times better than the real person they're portraying.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, if it didn't use the Conjuring name, maybe we would have expected less, and it would have been better. But
I agree.
it kind of like you expect more from.
Yeah. Yeah. The first.
Shaw doesn't obviously.
The
but
the first two are some of the best horror movies I'd say of the past decade. I would say that
it's not saying much, but they are better than most.
they are better than most. Yeah.
Better than most mainstream, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And what about like I was weird at the end, like how it was like all happy that he got only 5 years, that Arnie guy, when Bruno, his
Which-
neighbor, is dead,
Which,
you know,
because
who was innocent basically.
In the movie, they led you to believe that like the court accepted that as a defense. Like, oh yeah, he was possessed. Where in real life,
Hell no.
the attorney said that he did, and before, like, and within minutes of saying that, he was like, okay, yeah, that's not the defense we're going with,
not
because
gonna
the
work.
judge was like, not happening.
Yeah, no, that would never work in real life. No, I can't believe that's based on a true story. Like, he only got 5 years. No way.
No, like, yeah, because he pled guilty to manslaughter, I think.
I think they should have delved more into that Satanist the cult. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have, because that story that the guy was telling was kind of bone chilling. Like when she said, "What did he say?"
He like took in a girl that didn't have a family, and he raised her, and then she was like the crazy Satanist lady.
Yeah, but I'm saying when that woman had that baby, and the baby's heart was
Outside
outside
of
of
it.
its body. That was
Yeah.
I like sent chills up my spine. You know,
Which in that made-for-TV movie, it didn't have any of the Satanist cult stuff going on because it just stuck to the story that they did an exorcism on a little boy. The demon then possessed his sister's boyfriend, and then it followed the murder case. Like, it didn't veer off at all. But in that, it did like a helter-skelter thing where in the courtroom, weird stuff happened
yeah.
because the dude was supposedly possessed.
So was that Satan like cult thing kind of just tacked on?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the actual thing.
Just
Are
for
you
an added
certain?
element.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like because I mean they say based on a true story, which it is. Like,
They have to.
Very
They have,
loosely. They're always
yeah.
loosely based.
yeah, they have to freaking. What's the word?
so the Conjuring movie just put the whole Satanist angle in there to like make it a better movie.
yeah, they
But in
have to
my-
amp it up.
But in my opinion,
They could say the nun was based on a
it
true
didn't.
story.
I
just
know
'cause there's a
it
nun
didn't make
exists.
it a better story.
No, it
in my
didn't.
opinion.
It didn't. Not at all. No.
Whereas if they could have just taken out the whole trial part and done a whole Satanist cult movie, it would have been probably better.
You know what scene was pretty decent? Like when the kid at the very beginning, the first scene when he's kind of like contorting on that table, that was pretty neat looking.
Yeah, obviously the special effects and like graphics and things were good because it's a present day movie. If your special effects aren't good, you're fucking blowing it because
It's
hard to mess
somebody
up,
can
like,
make special effects on
an
their
exorcism
Apple
scene,
computer.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you're always going to be engaged in those scenes.
Like,
'cause they're so
but
crazy.
in the
They are
made for
creepy as
TV
hell.
movie, obviously the graphics and things were not as good, and it was very dated because it was 1983. So the kid that was possessed in the made for TV movie kept doing raspberries like the, like every time they were talking to him, the possessed kid was just going. And I thought that
That'd be
honestly got 2
terrifying.
thumbs up for me. That was a great
Terrifying.
It was a great part of the movie.
Way more terrifying
However,
than the Ken
The
spinning
child
his head.
actor in the TV movie was terrible and did not act scared at all. Because they're like, "Oh, you saw a demon?" He's like, "Yep, he was a little guy. Looked like he was burned. Had goat hooves and stone face the whole time."
Stone face. No, but like I was saying earlier, like the stuff is kind of like earned and like, or not earned and like aggressive, you know? Like when a kid, like when you see a kid or like a chick do like that demon voice, it's always usually creepy. But like this time it wasn't too creepy because it was just so like aggressive and in your face. It was just like, I don't know. They just
Lazy.
didn't build up. They didn't
Yeah,
build
it
up
was
to
lazy.
it.
It was, but the kid, in my opinion, like when they visit him in prison, that Arnie, like, and the kid is like, yeah, like he's always with you. You're never alone. I thought that was one of the best acting parts of the movie, and it wasn't that good of a job acting. It was just because like the kid was creepy.
I was
and
kid
you
was
believed
pretty
it.
good.
honestly bothered by that scene because why is the kid in the prison?
I was
Oh,
thinking the
100%.
exact
Why
same
was he in
thing.
the
Yeah,
prison?
100%. I was
Yeah,
like,
well, I think
why
it's-
did you bring your little brother
Yeah, it was
to this psychopath who stabbed somebody 22 times?
He was so out of place.
Yeah.
And yet, but I think it was a psych ward though, wasn't it? Psych ward, I think.
It was a holding cell, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was like in the psychiatric unit
Oh,
of a
okay.
prison.
Yeah, but yeah,
Regardless.
I agree. That kid
But-
shouldn't have been there.
Could have been
that-
at McDonald's. The kid was just possessed. Like,
But
you
they,
didn't bring him.
they brought him to do that
Yeah,
scene.
I know,
like it was the
but-
whole point. But I just thought that kid like
Was so out of
and
place.
him like connecting like, oh yeah,
Right.
dude, I'm never alone. I'm definitely gonna commit suicide because it's demon. And the kid was like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose your mind. It's a demon. And like the kid was the only.
I've had some experience.
Yeah, the kid is the only one who realized anything that was going on with
Right.
that dude.
Yeah.
Also, why, like in almost all movies and stuff, the priests or father or whatever are always combative with people like the Warrens, like the demonologists and the psychic. Like the priests are never like, you know what, you're right. This is a possession.
Right.
We're gung ho about it. And in this movie, the priest was just like, the Warrens know it all. Let's run with it.
Yeah, no, I
Like
know.
the priest was never like, you probably shouldn't be telling this family their kid's possessed. The priest was just like, you know what? Let's do it up.
That was in the script. The priest says, "Let's do it up."
I agree. Yeah, but oh yeah. One more thing. Like, it was like you were saying, it's lazy, like a lazy movie. You know, like it was like.
They went on the name. They took liberties with the name, and they were like, "It's Conjuring, so people are gonna watch it."
Yeah, I think Juan was probably like, don't call it 3. You know, like just you know what I'm saying? Like, keep my thing out of it. You know,
In case I ever want to do another one.
yeah, we'll call it 3 and just restart.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's like everything's so like reaction based these days. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so. This movie was more reaction based and not like feelings based. Where I think the first two like kind of got into you a little bit
That
more.
could
But
just be the way that people are nowadays. You need the
But I feel
attention
like-
grabbers
that's
over
what I'm
and over.
saying.
Like,
That's what they knew that, and they went like lazy
But I
with
feel
it.
like that's why the whole putting that love story angle in it didn't work. Because they didn't put enough, like if they would have
Enough
really
character development.
driven that in,
Yeah.
you would have been invested.
It was
But
a lazy.
like,
it was a lazy character, like arc kind
It
of.
was-
not,
yeah,
I mean,
well,
like,
it's like
story. You know?
they could have cut some of that or cut some of the other stuff
yeah, there was too much
and
different
like
angles.
focused on the angle.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but how about our scores, guys? Let's give our scores out of 10.
Out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd say 5.
I gave it a 2 out of 5, so that's a 4 out of 10.
A 4 out of 10. Wow,
The made-for-TV movie, I gave a 2.5, so that's a 5.
that's
higher
crazy.
than
If
the
I
new
had
one.
just like watched it on Netflix, like I just picked a movie at random, then I would give it higher, honestly. But I because it's Conjuring, I was like, it's gonna be pretty good because it got the Warrens.
I
and-
did.
Yeah.
I did feel like I wasted a free movie on it because I reinstated my Stubbs A-list at AMC and used like one of my free movies for it, and I did feel like it was wasted.
So hopefully someone watches. This
However, my next free movie was The House Next Door, Meet the Blacks 2. Didn't waste a slot on that. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, first person to ever say that.
I mean, I only rated it like a 2.5 out of 5. But it's got laughs. It's got Cat Williams as a
yeah, it's got a
vampire
star-studded-
pimp.
It's a star-studded affair.
It's got Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of people in it.
What if it
Rick
did-
Ross as a vampire hunter?
What if it didn't have the Conjuring name? Like,
I can't say then because it does. So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It had the Warrens. I
it
like
has
the characters.
to.
The Warrens.
That's what I mean.
They're
Like,
cool.
It
Yeah.
has to be like have the Conjuring name just because the whole thing was based on the Warrens.
That's true. Yeah.
and unless they switch the actors playing the Warrens, it wouldn't be like in the Conjuring universe.
that's true. Yeah.
It's just like a standard lazy new horror movie,
it is.
whereas
with-
the Conjurings have much more to them.
Much more depth and
Yeah.
they're just
Which,
like
yeah,
slow
like,
burn.
Atmosphere-wise,
Yeah.
they're way
I
better.
said
Way better.
Like I'm not a big fan of the other Conjuring movies like you guys are.
Even the
But
camera
that-
work and everything. Is
they
just
are
way
much better.
They are.
Like I don't dislike them, and this I borderline disliked. Like I was not a fan.
A borderline dislike.
Like-
Other than her
Well,
outfits. I mean.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna say. Like I liked the movie little enough to be impressed by Vera Farmiga's outfits in the movie. Do you think if it was a great horror movie,
You
I
wouldn't
would have
even
even
paid
cared
attention,
about
no.
the frills on her fucking 1980s blouse?
Please don't say frills again, though.
yeah.
There's lots of frills.
Oh my god.
Frills and thrills. Frills and
No
thrills.
thrills, lots of frills.
Okay, what's our last? How about this? How about the strongest point of the movie? Well, I mean, strongest I guess attribute of the movie.
I mean, honestly, my favorite part of the movie was the gigantic dead dude in the morgue.
Yeah, I guess the special effects with the contorting and then that guy
Yeah.
were pretty good.
Like when
They're
he shows
pretty
up in the house, also was pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like Golga from
Yeah, shock
WWE.
value wise.
I think the coolest scene, in my opinion, I like the waterbed scare. That was pretty cool.
Besides, I feel like I would have
if-
liked it if it was shorter.
If you cut that part
There's-
where the hand pops out, it would have been cool.
Like there was too much. It wasn't exactly build up because it didn't really build up, but there was just
It
too
did a
much of
little
him
bit.
like standing on the waterbed. Like, cut some of that bullshit out.
when you see his face, like
Yeah.
when he's laying, and you see that was pretty creepy.
They
And
could have
yeah,
left
yeah.
it there though. They
That's
didn't
what I'm
need-
saying. That's what I'm saying. You leave right when I was watching. I'm like, you leave it right there.
Yeah.
You leave
But
it right
that's
there.
why they lost a dude who knew how to edit films to make them better.
Yeah, suspense wise, slow
In
burn.
horror movies, a lot of days that's what you don't see, and they
That
just,
scares
they were just
you.
like, here you go.
Yeah, they give you everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just too aggressive and just lazy and just it's just like they give you everything when you don't want to see everything. You want to be teased a little bit, you know,
Right.
some foreplay in the horror
Tease
world,
me
you know?
up.
you know. But all
Show
right,
me them frills, baby.
like
All frills, no thrills.
weakest attribute of the movie.
Director.
I would
Yeah.
say the writing. Lazy writing.
Yeah, that's like the
so
the
on the nose. I was
structure-
thinking a lot of the writing was so on the nose.
The structure and pacing was like all over the place because there were like fast-paced parts, and then it would go to a super long drag out, but they didn't like. There was no transition between the two.
Even with writing, the director can change that up.
Yeah.
Like,
He
he
could.
can make him do different takes and do different ways.
He
and-
could, but only so much. You're not going to change a whole screenplay up. You
Well,
know?
yeah,
It's
but
like-
how? What was the budget for the movie? Because I guarantee you
Oh,
it was
is it-
too damn high. For
Oh, it's
what
probably
came-
like 100 mil.
Yeah.
It's probably like 100
And
mil.
they're probably gonna make their money
Yeah,
back.
you
So
know
what-
they threw
what-
money at it.
Act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've never made 100 mil.
Well, what? All right, so let's say we'll have a grading system. How about this? Like, watch it immediately. Watch it if you get it. You know, if you've seen everything else and you need something to watch, skip it.
I mean,
If you like the Conjuring movies, and
How
you
about
like
that?
those
Is that a
characters-
good rating system? I mean, well, you want to add anything?
well, I mean, you guys know me. I'm a fucking freak. I was notified by AMC before I was in the 97th percentile of people that use Stubbs A-list because I would see at least 3 movies a week. So I don't really skip just about anything. I go see Bollywood films.
I mean, we
that
all
they get the
we all
AMC
just
theaters.
love movies.
yeah.
So
We've seen hundreds and thousands even of movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Movies that people wouldn't even think
I would
of.
watch. Yeah, I went to film school, and not to like brag, but I watched like.
Oh, boy.
I've seen
The
like
hands are
put
up.
your
boy.
hands
The
down.
hands are up.
I watched like some artsy bull crap.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I can find something good out of any movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any time era, any like.
it's not to say there wasn't good things in it.
No, there was
It
good
wasn't
things in it.
trash.
Yeah.
Like
It wasn't
Titanic
trash.
2 or
No.
something. But
But okay, well, if you really like the Conjuring movies and don't want to be disappointed, skip it. If you can handle a little bit of disappointment and are okay with mainstream,
I
like
agree 100%.
not good
yeah.
horror movies,
you like
go
good
see it.
outfits and frills and.
If you like, well, look up the Warrens, and if you like the outfits that lady wears, because they, on the nose, that's the best casting in that whole movie. Is Vera Farmiga is a more attractive version of her, but they do look alike and carry themselves the same way.
Every movie based on a true story ever is a more attractive version of the freaking. Real
Not
people.
always. I
Every
mean,
ti-
there are
100
some
100%.
unattractive actors out there,
we
and
could
if they
definitely
don't,
think of some.
and if
What
they
is
don't,
one-
and if
name
they
one off the top.
and
of
if
your
they
head.
don't have an unattractive actor, they just turn an attractive actor ugly.
I've never seen a real story based on a movie based on. and-
Charlize Theron in Monster. They
She's-
made her look hideous.
but she's gorgeous.
Yeah, but she's not in the movie. They made her look hideous.
Isn't
never
that Lady
seen that.
hideous too, though? So I mean,
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But they it looks
Yeah.
in the movie. Like I don't want to go see a movie about Mike Tyson and out comes fucking Tobey Maguire playing him.
that'll be
My
next
God,
one.
I would love to see that. No, but our rating system. Let's get back to that. Is that a good rating system? See it immediately. See it if you have seen everything else.
I don't know about see it immediately. That's like really aggressive. I would say.
No, that's
Must see.
see it as soon as possible. That's as soon as possible. It's that good.
That's fair.
And then you see it
There's
if
probably
you've
some in
seen
between.
everything else.
Well, yeah,
ratings
this
there.
is in
That's true.
between the second and third tier. Like if you are fine with disappointment and you just want some mindless, okay, not the worst horror thriller, go for it.
If you
If
love
you're
horror
gonna-
movies and you just want to watch another horror movie,
It's okay. Don't go in with high hopes. And
No, we
maybe-
just need to simplify it though for all movies. I'm saying just those 3.
either see it immediately.
See it if you've seen everything else or what.
If you've seen everything else,
Hey, to
wouldn't
give
that
you
be the bottom one?
No. All right, let's nail this down.
the bottom one is skip it.
we got 2 solid ones.
If
skip
there's nothing left,
skip it. Watch immediately. What else is in there? What else is in those boys?
like a decent movie that you could sit down and watch.
Yeah, decent movie you could sit down and watch. Yeah,
I don't think if there's nothing left, watch it.
Well, I'll put this out there. I'm gonna probably see Peter Rabbit 2 soon. So I'm seeing a lot of
I
shit.
didn't even know that existed. So
That's
I
crazy.
Can't help you there.
But I would say watch this if you've seen pretty much a bunch of other movies.
Extremely dismissive. And with you with your hands.
I mean, like I said, if you like the other Conjuring movies and don't mind a little bit of disappointment, go for it.
Yeah.
It's a
I'd
date
agree.
night movie. It's not something you go out of your way to watch.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. Yeah. So, yeah.
Date night.
This is our final rating for this
It's
movie.
trash. Don't watch it.
Final ratings. Just see it if you get a chance. It's a date night movie. It's a fun
Put your
little-
hands down, though.
It's a fun little movie. It's not like an award
Little
winner.
movie. So condescending.
Yeah, it's a fun little movie, you know.
A fun little guy.
It's a fun little movie. Check it out if you get the chance.
You can't just say anything nice about it. You always gotta end it with something. There's always an adjective, or you close it with something. It's a fun little movie if you get a chance. If you get a chance.
Check it out if you got nothing better
Oh
to
boy.
do.
If you can sneak into the theater, it might be worth a minute of your time.
Yeah.
If you can steal it somewhere, you can watch it.
It's definitely not something you watch immediately, or it's not something you skip, really. I mean, it's got good stuff about it, whatever. But
The girl who walked into the theater about 25 minutes into the movie with about 6 purses was not that big of a distraction for me. That's
six purses.
Were they
Yeah,
full of
don't
popcorn
ask
or
me. I don't know
something?
what was going on. She had a Louis Vuitton bag, a Chanel bag, a Coach bag. She had a lot
Nice.
going on.
The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It was a pretty decent flick.
Don't
I
shrug
mean,
your shoulders like that.
I wish the devil had made me do it. Then I would have had an excuse for wasting a
You
free slot.
can't just say anything nice about it.
What do you do it then, Joe? What do you?
I gave it a 4 out of 10. I don't have much nice to say.
Joe, you
It's
said-
not even nice. Just don't destroy it. Like,
I'm not destroying it.
you just maybe see it if you. It's a little movie.
You say the final thing then.
The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. It's not a must see. It's a typical horror movie. Lazy. Trash.
Yeah. Trash. It just escalated. It just de-escalated. Or whatever. Devolved into trash. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's trash except for Vera Farmiga's outfit.
There you go. The frill is good.
That's it. Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It. Thanks for watching.
All frills, no thrills.
Thanks for watching our first movie review.
Which,
we will
please?
be back again with the next movie.
Son of a witch.
We don't know what movie that's going to be, but it's probably going to be better than The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.